How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and Wi-Fi battle. Today we have another battle with the Lucario team, so hopefully it goes well. If you want to try the team out, use the code at the top right corner of the screen. You can also get the copy and paste of the team in the description down below. Please like and subscribe for more videos like this one. And with that being said, let's jump into the team preview. Okay, today we're battling against Viridoo, also known as Biridoo, in the Discord server. Go ahead and join the Discord server. It's the best place to go for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battles, in my opinion. Looking at the team, they've got a pretty powerful looking team. They've got the Salamence, which I appreciate. The Tyranitar as well, because Tyranitar's just too good right now in UU. Donphan's always cool. Slitherwing's a nice one to see. I haven't seen Slitherwing in a while with OU being so predominantly, you know, Chi-Yu and stuff like that. But that has changed as of today. Well, as yesterday for you guys. Today for me. I'm looking at this matchup and I'm thinking we could just lead with Quagsire or Tyranitar easily. I think Tyranitar might be a good shout. I believe they probably lead with Donphan here to counter our Tyranitar lead. So I'm actually kind of inclined to lead with our Majestic. They also might lead with Slitherwing to counter the Tyranitar lead as well. Slitherwing does really well against our team actually, so it might be a really good shout to do that. So I'm thinking I just lead with Tyranitar. If they go with Slitherwing, I go into Salamence. If they go for something else, I'll just go into something else. And the battle begins, so Biridoo over there is going to lead off with Zundine Nago, the Tyranitar, as we led off with our own Tyranitar. So that kind of works out nicely for us. So we've got to be wary of the fact that they probably have EQ. My Tyranitar is bigger than yours, haha. Let's go for a Stealth Rocks. They're probably just going to go for their own rocks anyway. They actually go for Brick Break? Oh. What? That is just, wow. Brick Break Tyranitar, I've not seen that. I did not know that was a thing. Is that a thing? Is it really a thing? That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. So I'll go into Lucario here. We did lose Tyranitar right off the bat, so there's no Stealth Rocks for our side of the field, unfortunately. We can get Spikes up later if need be with Quagsire, but I was not expecting the Brick Break right off the bat, to be honest with you. I really did not expect that. So Lucario's in anyway. Lucario can probably just go for a close combat here. I'm looking at their team. I'm thinking they probably go into Salamence. Meteor Mash could also be a decent one here. Meteor Mash would hit everything except from the Slowbro. Slowbro's probably coming in, right? So we can just probably switch out. I'm thinking of switching out anyway. Slowbro. Let's go Serena real quick on the Slowbro switch. Let's go Serena real quick on the Slowbro, because there's no point in getting chip damage on Slowbro, because it's just going to switch out and get Regenerator anyway. So chip damage is kind of pointless on Slowbro. We'll go into Serena anyway. See what they're going to do. They do withdraw. Are they going to go into Slowbro? I think they do go into Slowbro, right? Einstein, that's definitely the Slowbro. Got to be the Slowbro. Yeah, it is. Cool. So, with that in mind, we could probably go for a U-turn now. Get some momentum on our side of the field. Because Slowbro obviously coming in right now is not ideal for them. They can't really do anything to us. Power Whip's probably coming their way. They definitely have to switch out here. So I'm going to go for a U-turn expecting the switch. They do withdraw Einstein because they just can't risk it. They can't risk the Power Whip. It'll hurt too much. As they go into Temerado, which is the Salamence, absolutely fine by me. It's going to be a Salamence on Salamence standoff, because that's what I'm going to go into as well. We go for a U-turn, get some chip damage off on the Salamence, which is always nice. We also get to see if it's got leftovers, which I doubt it does, because Salamence with leftovers is not really something you see very often. And I'm going to go into my own Salamence real quick, and I'm just going to go for a Dragon Claw, because Dragon Claw is going to hit everything on their team pretty hard, except from the Slowbro, to be fair. But I don't want to lock myself into Outrage, that's for sure. Salamence will definitely KO the other Salamence with Dragon Claw as well. And it's not even a speed type because I'm Choice Scarfed and they are actually leftovers. Interesting, they are leftovers. I was literally just saying how leftovers isn't common, but maybe it is. Maybe I'm just not that experienced with UU as I thought I was. But I think what I can do here is I can safely go for a Dragon Claw if I want to. Get some chip damage off on that Slowbro. It'll be doing a bit more damage than Meteor Mash / Close Combat would have done. So I'll go straight for the Dragon Claw here. We do outspeed because we're Choice Scarfed. Let's see if they stay in or not. They are going to withdraw the Salamence because they don't want to get outsped. I'm guessing it's a bulky Mence, which is interesting. They're going to go into the Zundine Nago, which is their Tyranitar. Makes sense. Tyranitar can come in and take a Dragon Claw, no problem. As it does. So we got some damage off on the Tyranitar, though. That's what's important right now. So what I'm going to do is going to go straight into my Quagsire. Quagsire seems like a solid one. They don't have a Grass type on their team, so Quagsire is going to be really important in this game. Well, not super important, but they have a Donphan, they have a Tyranitar, they have a Salamence to an extent for the Quagsire, because Quagsire can't do anything to the Salamence with the Earthquake. They go for an Earthquake of their own, though, expecting something else to come in, I'm guessing. Or they were expecting that. Maybe they just didn't want to go for Brick Break. They just didn't want to go for a Brick Break. So in theory, I could have gone for another Dragon Claw there, but we don't want to risk it. There's no point risking it. There's no point risking it for a biscuit, you know? So, with that in mind, I could go for an Earthquake here. Earthquake got hurt. They are probably going to go into the Slowbro, so getting a Toxic could be really nice. If they actually go for a Stealth Rocks, getting the Stealth Rocks up on their side of the field is going to be really useful for them, especially considering we have the Choice Scarf Salamence instead of Heavy Duty Boots. So that's absolutely fine. Getting the Toxic off on the Tyranitar is absolutely fine as well. It's going to whittle it down bit by bit. Bit by bit. Little by little. Little by little. Okay, this turn, what I'm thinking of doing is going for a Spikes. I think Spikes would be pretty useful to have because they have pretty much all grounded Pokemon except from the Salamence. So going for a Spikes here would be good. I can't see them bringing Donphan in. So I'm going to go straight away for the Spikes. No problems there. They are going to withdraw the Tyranitar though because they don't want to get hit by an Earthquake on top of the already stacking toxic damage. They're going to go into Icarus Shidiki, which is of course going to be the Gengar. Fair enough. Gengar wouldn't have taken an Earthquake though, that's the thing. Gengar's not Levitate. It does not have Levitate anymore, but it wouldn't have taken an Earthquake. So really, if we went for an Earthquake there, that probably would have been the better option, but it's whatever. So, right, Gengar's in. It could have Giga Drain / Energy Ball, so we don't want to risk that. I'm going to go ahead and go into my Armarouge. I think Armarouge is a sound one. And we'll just kind of scout for the Grass type move right here. I don't think they'd stay in and go for a Shadow Ball. I don't think that's what they do. I think they go for a Grass type move here of some kind. Stones are going to hurt, but what can you do? They go for a substitute. No! They're a substitute variant. Okay, that's not good. That is not good. So Armarouge, unfortunately, is going to have to go down here. It's definitely going to have to go down here, I think. Because we're not going to take 2 Shadow Balls. Might not even take 1. So I'm going to go for the Psychic. Or do we go for a Grass type Tera? No, because they're going to have Sludge Bomb anyway, so there's no point. Let's go for a Psychic and break that substitute. They go for a Shadow Ball. We should be able to take 1, depending on whether it's Life Orb or not. We can take 1. We can take 1. We can take 1. All right, cool. So the substitute is going to fade this turn, which is great. Now, it's whether I want to... I can't switch out Armarouge. See, I don't think Armarouge was doing too much this game anyway, so I'm not really too bothered about that. Not really too fussed about that, to be honest with you. So I'm thinking, look at the rest of the team. We go for another Psychic here. If the KO was the KO was, it's fine. There's the Shadow Ball coming through for him. That's going to KO him, of course. Down goes Armarouge, unfortunately. What can we do here? What can we do here? So they are leftovers as well. Pretty interesting. We've got leftovers on the Gengar. It makes sense if it's a substitute set. Now, we could go in Salamence and easily revenge kill this thing. Could go in Salamence and easily revenge kill this thing. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. Go in Salamence and revenge kill. Hopefully, they actually let us do it. That'd be ideal. That would be ideal. So, we'll get the Intimidate off on the Gengar, which is always nice. Let's see what we can do here. Let's see what we can do here. So, could go for an Outrage. Outrage will hurt everything on the team. Tyranitar's already weakened, so they can't bring Tyranitar in. They kind of have to bring Slowbro in here, right? They have to bring in Slowbro. Unless they think we're going to Dragon Dance and they go for a substitute. Let's just go for an Earthquake, screw it. They do withdraw the Gengar. Okay, they withdraw the Gengar. They probably realize we're Choice Scarf by the way we've done this. So in comes Pashiri, which is the Donphan. Donphan's obviously a great physical wall as well. It's going to be able to eat up this Earthquake like it's nothing. Actually does decent damage. As Ice Shard is definitely coming our way. So we're going to go ahead and switch out back into Quagsire. Quagsire is going to be ideal. They probably go for a Rapid Spin to get rid of the Spike that I put up. There we go. Going to withdraw our Salamence real quick. And we'll go into Quagsire just to block the... well, not to block, but to sponge a hit. Sponge a hit, really. That's all we can really do. So... Donphan's going to come in and go for a Rapid Spin. Makes sense. Gets the Rapid Spin off. Gets a crit Rapid Spin, which is stung a little bit, but not too bad. As now I'm thinking we go straight for an EQ. Expecting the Gengar to come in. Because we're probably going to go for a Toxic, right? Probably going to go for a Toxic, right? So let's go for the EQ, expecting the Toxic. I think that's what we do here. Because they're going to switch out because they're a fear of a Water type move, right? We don't know what our attacking move is. It's got to be Earthquake. They go for a Knockoff. That's unfortunate. Knockoff coming through is unfortunate as we're going to go for an Earthquake right now. And that could definitely do a decent... It does a bit of chip damage, which is always nice. And they don't have leftovers, which is interesting. So they're probably Heavy Duty Boots to stop them from being... Yeah, I didn't see any Spikes damage. So I'm going to guess Heavy Duty Boots. As we are a Steel type. I should have really made it a Ghost type so we could block Rapid Spin. But whatever. We'll go for a Recover, get the health back up. They go for an EQ. See how much damage this is going to do. Does a respectable amount of damage to poor Quagsire over here. As we're going to go for a recover now and get some health back. There we go. So I'm going to give her another recover just because I want to get myself back up to full really, or at least close to full. As they do withdraw the Donphan this turn, which is fair enough. What are they going to go into? Slitherwing? Einstein the Slowbro? Einstein the Slowbro works for me. As we go for a recover, and that's going to be just great. Back up to full. Back up to full. So back up to full with Quagsire is great. We can go for a Toxic here. They probably switch into Gengar to absorb the Toxic or just a Scout. But now that they know we've got Earthquake, we could predict the Gengar switch. But I don't think they'll do it. I feel like they're going to stay in here. Or switch back out into something else. But I'm going to go for a Toxic anyway. As there we go, Toxic's going to hit the Slowbro. That's absolutely amazing. So getting the Toxic on the Slowbro is going to be really big. If we can get rid of the Slowbro and the Donphan's already weakened. We could do some decent stuff here. So Surf comes through. That's going to hurt a little bit. But it's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. We do outspeed the Slowbro, so we're not too bothered about that. Now I'm going to go ahead and go straight into Serena. Serena seems like an obvious choice here. So we're going to go into Serena real quick. There we go. Into the Serena. There we go. And Serena doesn't have to worry about first impression from the... oh, they go for an Ice Beam expecting the Serena switch. Nice. Nice play. Nice play. So there we go. That was a good play on my opponent's part. Now, I feel no shame in going for a Power Hit right now. I feel like we can do that just fine. They do withdraw the Einstein. We're making progress on their team. Little by little, as they're going to go into Icarus Shigidiki, the Gengar, which makes sense. They're going to go for a Power Whip. It should sting a little bit. It does sting a little bit. Nice. Nice and stinging. They do disable our Power Whip with their Cursed Body, but it's absolutely fine. I'm not too fussed about that. What I'm mainly bothered about is what can I switch in here, because they're definitely going to go for a substitute, right? They definitely go for a substitute, because we could just go into Lucario here, be immune to the Sludge Bomb. So I think we go for a U-turn. If we lose Serena, is it that big of a deal? I think we go for a U-turn. Let's do it. They go for a Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball expecting the Lucario. Makes sense. We just go down though. As I don't see how we're going to get around this, because my opponent's team's solid. They're playing really well. And I'm just not. I'm just not playing that well today. What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? I don't know. Gengar's at half health. Tyranitar's at half health. Donphan's at half health. Slowbro's at full, but it's poisoned. I say we go into Salamence real quick. I think that's the best thing we can do, go into Salamence. I think that is the best thing we can do here. And just get the Intimidate off and go for a Dragon Claw. We could go for Crunch if we had Crunch, so maybe they won't switch in Slowbro. The Slowbro seems like it's more of an offensive set though. Like bulky offense. So maybe not. Maybe not the best bet. So let's go for Dragon Claw anyway. Let's just go for it. There we go. We outspeed them. KO the Gengar with the Shadow Ball, which is amazing. We don't get Curse Body, which is great. As we finally take out one of the members of the team. Absolutely amazing playing by my opponent. I've got to say, they're playing really well. Playing really well. Temerado comes in, which is of course going to be their Salamence, which is interesting. To say the least. We probably could benefit from going for our own Dragon Claw here. If we can get the Lucario in with a Swords Dance, that'd be great. That'd be just great if we can get Lucario in with a Swords Dance. Maybe we could do something here. So let's go for a Dragon Claw again. Just to get some damage off, as they do Terrestrialize into probably what's going to be a Steel type or a Poison type. I'd say Steel. Steel. They do Terrestrialize into a Steel type. They're going to get us on that one. That is unfortunate, but what can you do here? As we'll be able to see what kind of moves they've got on their leftover Salamence. Let's see what kind of moves they've got. So they got Dragon Dance. Of course they got Dragon Dance. Of course they got Dragon Dance. So that's unfortunate. Dragon Dance Steel Salamence is a really big threat. I mean, Hydreigon's just been banned for the same thing. It's banned from UU. It's UUBL. So Dragon Dance isn't that big of a deal to our old Quagsire over here, and Quagsire can go for a recover. However, we don't really have a good switch in, so what do we do here? Let's go for I think we're gonna have to lose Salamence here. I don't really have a good switch in. We need Quagsire to come in fresh so he can keep his health, because Dragon Claw from this thing's still going to hurt. So we'll go for a Dragon Claw again. We do outspeed, which is great. Get some little bit of chip damage off on them as they go for a dual Wing Beat, which is definitely going to KO us, unfortunately. Absolutely amazing playing by my opponent with the Steel typing. Maybe I should have been Steel type. Maybe I should have been Steel type. That would have been clutch because I have Fire type for the offensive presence, and I don't know, it doesn't seem to work out well for us. So they probably have Earthquake as well. Let's go into Quagsire. Let's go into Bud. And this is our last ditch effort, really. We can hit them with a Earthquake, which is going to be nice. First, I kind of want to go for a Recover just to scout, see how much damage we're talking here. We are physically defensive, so we should be able to take a hit from this thing, no problem. They go for a dual Wing Beat. They are going to miss, which is unfortunate, but very beneficial to us, as we can now go for a Recover and get ourselves back up to full HP. So that's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing by our Quagsire, swiftly dodging them dual Wing Beats like they were nothing. So with the leftovers up, that's going to be a bit of a pain. I would go for an Earthquake right now. That's what I'm going to do. They are going to withdraw, though. They're going to withdraw. They're not bothered about the Dragon Dance. Makes sense since we are unaware. And they're going to go into their Einstein, which is, of course, the Slowbro. So Slowbro comes in. Now, we can win this 1v1 matchup, no problem. If we can get rid of this thing, we're actually in a decent position. So Slowbro coming in is fine. We're going to go for another EQ. We know we can take a Surf or two, and we do outspeed the Slowbro as well, so we can out-prioritize it. We'll go for an Earthquake real quick. There we go. As they go for an Ice Beam, expecting maybe a switch or something like that. I don't know what they was expecting really there. Because our last Pokemon's Lucario, so like Lucario could have actually switched in there. So we'll go for an Earthquake anyway and get some damage off on this Slowbro real quick. As they are going to withdraw Einstein, they don't really have the best Earthquake switching in the world. Quagsire is just kind of 1v1ing them right now. As they're going to bring in Zeranugo, the Slitherwing, and that thing is a massive beast of a Pokemon. It's going to take a decent chunk of damage from the EQ, which is nice. That was a critical hit, that's why. I say we go for Recover here, expecting a first impression. They go for a close combat. How much damage are we talking here? It one-shots us. Oh, damn. It just straight up one-shot us. It just straight up one-shot us. As all we've got left is Lucario. That's got to be choice banded, right? Got to be choice banded. So with that in mind, we go for a Terrestrialization normal extreme speed. It should KO from here. They are going to withdraw, expecting that, and they're going to go into what? Salamence, Pashiri. That is of course going to be the Salamence, right? No, it's a Donphan. Okay, Donphan comes in. We're going to be able to go for a Terrestrialization into a normal type. Should do a lot of damage. I don't think it'll KO the Donphan one where we're at, but it's absolutely fine. As there we go, we're going to Terrestrialize into a normal type real quick, just like so. Now that we're here, though, Lucario could fend off a lot of their team. So we'll go for an extreme speed. We'll get some damage off on them. Nearly one-shots them, as we're going to lose some HP from the Life Orb, unfortunately. Going for an extreme speed again is going to be beneficial. Going for a Meteor Mash is going to be a bit more beneficial. We could miss, but I think getting the attack raise from it is going to be one of our only shots of getting through this. So let's go for it. Let's go for it. Ice Shard comes through. That's going to do a bit of chip damage to us as we go for a Meteor Mash. Hopefully we can get an attack boost. We do get the attack boost, which is amazing. See how this works. Let's see how this works. So if Slitherwing comes in and goes for a first impression here, we might be screwed because first impression is the same priority as extreme speed. And Slitherwing doesn't outspeed Lucario. There's no way. So in comes Einstein. Einstein's coming in now. It is toxic. We can go for an extreme speed. We can go for a Swords Dance if we really want to. Swords Dance is a bad idea because they're just going to Surf right now. But we're a +1. Let's go for the extreme speed and see how it goes. So let's go for the extreme speed. There we go. See how much damage we're talking with an extreme speed to a Slowbro. It's enough to 2-hit KO it, but Rocky Helmet and Life Orb as they go for a Body Press and get the KO. So that was a pretty fun game. We did lose, unfortunately, and it was a 4-0 victory in my opponent's half, but my opponent played extremely well. I did my best. What can I say? That's the end of it. So thank you very much, GG Biradu. That was a really fun game. So thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.